Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the channel. Today is servicing the kid hauler day, which means we'll be working on the Lexus GX460. I love this truck. This thing's great. I'll be doing an oil change today, front and rear diff fluids. I was also going to do the transfer case fluid, except that the research that I did shows the transfer case is actually a fairly specific fluid, and I stopped by the Lexus dealership to actually see if I could pick some up, and they do not sell it. It's actually, they only pump it out of their tanks in bulk, so I guess I'll have to order that online and do it maybe next weekend. Anyway, this weekend will be front and rear diff and oil change. Let's go. Backing up. I put the truck up on these Rhino Ramps. It gives you a whole lot of extra space to work under here. This is what it looks like up on the ramps. Pretty nice. Now I'm going to jack up the rear, put the rear wheels on the ramps as well. We'll get started. So close. Alright, let me just point out real quick how helpful these Rhino ramps are. So now that all four corners are on there, I got my tape measure so you can see how much actual clearance is underneath the car now. So it's got, I'd say, about 18 inches of clearance underneath the car now, which is plenty. I got also, by the way, one of these under hood lights. You can detach it and actually shine it up underneath the vehicle. Gives you tons of light. You can see what you're doing. Highly recommend one of those. I'll put a link up here in the corner so you can actually see the review of this light too. Oil 0W20. There are plenty of different types of oil out there. Pick what you like. Use a synthetic oil. Get yourself an oil filter. This is the part number. And you will also need some crush washers. So I'll put the part numbers all down in the description, but these two are for the transfer case. You have why Toyota decided to put weird, like, different crush washers on everything, I don't know. But this is the front diff drain. Drain and fill are the same. Front diff fill is the same as this one, and then these two transfer case ones are the same as well. So I'll put all the part numbers down in the description so you can see it. Then you got your cartridge filter. Put that in. A couple other tools that are going to be really helpful for you is this Motive X Tools oil filter housing. Basically it's like an adapter that fits right onto the housing, and it will help you to get that oil filter housing open. And then this oil fill funnel, which is really nice because it has these threads on it, and it sits right down in top of there. So I mean, look at how wide open that is. If you're not really paying attention to what you're doing here, you could spill oil all over the place. That's what makes this fill funnel really handy. Alright, let's start. Let's get this thing off. Pull this so that way it allows air into the system and can drain. Put this to the side. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get this belly pan undone. I'm actually going to take the whole thing down because I'm going to be doing the diff as well. It's a bunch of 10 and 12 millimeters. These fronts here are the 10. And then just undo all the rest of them there. The skid plate is a pain in the dick. You don't have to take that thing all the way out. It actually just swings down out of the way. but this is the first time I've actually been under here, and I want to kind of give it a look around, so I wanted to take the whole thing out. Anyway, now we have access to all this stuff down here. Let's get the drain pan, set it up under here, and we'll get going. This right here, I'm pointing at it, that is the drain plug bolt. It's a 14 millimeter. I got my drain pan situated right under it, so we'll start draining the oil here. The other part that you need to look at is right here, and is right there. That is the oil filter housing, and this is what you need, your tool. You'll fit this back up onto the oil filter housing, and you'll be able to loosen it and drain all that oil out and then replace the filter. So I'll start draining everything and we'll get to it. Alright, make sure you got yourself a quick shop rag nearby, and then you can clean off the drain plug bolt. Let that drain for a couple minutes. Now what you're going to do here is take off your old crush washer. Your oil filter should come with a new one. Slip on the new one and get that ready. Just let that sit to the side until you're ready to put it back in. Let this oil finish draining. This oil filter housing tool here has these little cut channels on the sides, and that actually aligns to some tabs that are on the oil filter itself, or on the oil filter housing itself. So let's get up under there, line this thing up, and then break it free. You need a little 3/8 inch drive in the back. I'm gonna throw my second pan underneath of here since the other one's, the oil's still draining. You can see the little tab right here. You line this up with that tab, just like that. Crack it free. Well, maybe I'm gonna need a breaker bar here. Looks like our good friends at the Lexus dealer put this thing on like a He-Man. Let me go get my breaker bar. There we go. Now it's free. Yeah, hold that pan up like that too, by the way. Catch a lot of that oil so it doesn't go splashing everywhere. Alright, so now we got the oil filter out. It's draining here. We got the new filter that can go in. It comes with replacement O-rings. And we are going to pull this old filter out and then put the O-ring on here. Get this all swapped over. Get the old filter off. Alright, on here, you get yourself a little pick tool. Little pick tool like this. And then you can reach down in and just peel that off. That'll get tossed out with the filter. Grab the old bag. Alright, grab a little bit of this old oil and just run it around this O-ring so that it's not dry. Alright, slap the new one on. It goes down into this channel. Right down there like that. It goes right here in this channel. Grab our new oil filter, slip it over, and now it's ready to go back in the car. Alright, oil pan is sufficiently drained now. Let's get the drain plug put back in and tighten down. Wipe that up real quick with the rag. Get your 14 millimeter back and just snug it down. It does not need to be tightened down really hard. A lot of people really overdo these things. It just needs to be tight so that it's not, so that it crushes the washer a little bit. And that should be good. It won't leak. Alright, now we're going to throw the oil filter back in. A lot of people change these out for the metal housing. I probably will do that at some point. But this car's not that old. It's only 7 years old now, so it probably, this plastic eventually will wear out, so I'll switch it over to the metal one, but right now it's still fine. So I've moved my my light up here underneath the hood, so I have more light down in the engine bay. Again, this thing is awesome. So last but certainly not least, let's fill up the oil. This is when you use this guy, and you just screw it down into here like that. It has a nice little O-ring in it also that will help to seal down so that it doesn't spill, just like that. This thing makes it a breeze. You just pour it right in and you're good. This thing makes changing oil so much better. It's not as tedious. You don't have to sit here for an hour holding this thing, making sure you don't spill it everywhere. Alright, so this truck takes 8.2 quarts. So I used two 5-quart jugs, so I made a mark on here. Should leave me with 2 quarts left. And pour it in, and we'll do a little dipstick measure at the end, and we'll be done. Alright, all set. Thanks for watching the video. Hopefully this is helpful for you working at your house. I know a lot of people don't like to do this themselves because it's actually not that much more expensive to just do it at the dealership. But anyway, I like wrenching on my own stuff. So anyway, stick around for the next videos. One is going to be for the changing the front diff fluid, and then another video for changing the rear diff fluid. Thanks for watching. See you next time.